The Brothers of Liberty, here to remind you what true freedom is. Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Brothers of Liberty with the older brother Kelton. Today we're going to be talking about Joe Biden once again, because he's always saying things that aren't true and making a fool of himself because his handlers doesn't know any better. This one is the Constitution. Last week he stated that when he was picking a Supreme Court justice, he said that the Constitution is always evolving slightly in terms of additional rights or curtailing. One, the Constitution do not curtail rights. They do not um, deny any rights. Hate to tell you this. The only one that denied a right was the prohibition alcohol, and that was repealed. Um, So yeah, study up on your Constitution. Two, um, it is not evolving as the way you think. Um, Everything that is in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights is word for word verbatim, definition, everything. That does not change. Um, Sorry, the First Amendment, Second Amendment, what it meant over 200 years ago means the same thing today. Just because you pick someone who wants to say that the First Amendment means that the world is purple doesn't make it true. I could say that, look, my sweater's pink because I interpret it as being pink. Doesn't make it true unless you're colorblind. And even then, it's a dark color, so yeah. Um, Now, Biden is right that the Constitution does evolve, but that's only when amendments are amended or added. And guess what? Article 5 clearly states how it evolves. Amendments may be proposed either by Congress through a joint resolution passed by a two-thirds vote or by a convention by Congress in response to applications from two-thirds of the state legislatures. In this case, it'll be 34 states, and it's a state convention of states. Now, that obviously is not the Article 5 verbatim. That's just pretty much a summary of it. Because I really didn't want to write all that down. And I do apologize for that. It is a little late here. But in essence, everybody knows that. That's the only way the Constitution evolves is by changing amending the amendments or adding new amendments to them. Um, and everybody always wants to not pay attention to the preamble of the Bill of Rights. And I always want to talk about the preamble because it clearly states why the Bill of Rights are made. And once again, I'm going to read it for this one verbatim. The convention of a number of the states having at the time of their adopting the Constitution expressed a desire in order to prevent misconstruction or abuse of its powers that further declaratory and restrictive clauses should be added and as extending the ground of public confidence in the government that will ensure the beneficent ends of its institution. Therefore, the restriction was to the government, not to the people. It was made to have people trust the government. Now, why would the Bill of Rights have to be made for people to put trust in their government? Because they just came from a tyrannical government that was taking away their rights. And here you are talking about curtailing rights. Mr. Biden, read the Constitution, read the preamble of the Bill of Rights, not just we the people preamble of the Constitution. There's a reason why it was put there. And I, along with other patriots, will remind you what the Constitution truly says. And like I said, you talk about curtailing rights, and I always want to bring up the Ninth Amendment. We have unwritten rights that are not listed in the Constitution, that is not prohibited by the government. And the Tenth Amendment, the power is not entitled to the federal government, is reserved to the states or to the people. And I'll keep reminding you of that. And I'll spread the word and share this video and ask other people to share the video to keep reminding you of that. The Constitution does evolve, but not through interpretation, but through amendments. freedom of speech still means freedom of speech. The right to bear arms still means the same thing. The right of the people shall not be infringed. Here, let me read it for you word for word again. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So yes, you may want to say that it's evolving because someone you pick may say, oh, that means military and not the people. And like in my last video, there's 3 amendments that says the right of the people. So unless all 3 amendments are talking about the military, it has to be the people. But hey, what do I know? I only was in civics honors, American government honors. Hey, but that's just my opinion on it. What's your opinion? Like, share, subscribe. If you have any comments, put them down. We love discussion. And if you have any topics you would like us to discuss or pass on information, um, once again, Brothers of Liberty 76@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. And remember, we're not just on YouTube or Rumble, but you can follow us on Parler, Facebook, and Telegram now. And once again, this is the older brother Liberty, always here to remind you what true freedom is and ought to be.